One of the questions I'm frequently asked is, why is it necessary to create a living trust? Why can't I just put people on my assets as joint tenants? That's a great question, but I will tell you from my experience, joint tenancy causes more problems than it will ever cure. Let me start with the basics. The whole point of using joint tenancy for most people is to avoid the probate system. Probate system is a method of transferring assets that typically takes upwards of a year and will cost 4 to 8% of the value of those assets to move them to the people that you intend after you pass away. The advantage of joint tenancy is that it can be done very quickly. The downside with joint tenancy are many. First of all, you frequently lose or forfeit substantial tax benefits depending on the asset class, because your joint tenant will inherit the basis that you have in the asset. Second of all, joint tenancy often results in very unintended consequences. So it's very difficult to allocate more than one person to an account. And if you made a decision, for instance, having 3 kids, to put one kid in each of the 3 accounts, you can often find yourself in a situation where one account has been significantly diminished and that child suffers. The next but more important thing is I probably encounter more lawsuits about joint tenancy than any other situation. When you put somebody on an account as a joint tenant, the law considers them to be an owner of the entirety of that asset. I have had situations where children have been placed on assets and then simply pronounced, I'm now an owner and I'm not giving it back. Even if your child or loved one is better behaved than that, what you will often find is that that asset becomes vulnerable to his or her creditors. So that if your son or daughter has a tax lien or some other financial problem that they did not disclose, or goes through a divorce, or goes into a bankruptcy court, those courts will all look at that asset as not belonging to you, but as belonging to your son, and the next thing you know, they're being used to pay his or her creditors. Joint tenancy, as I indicated, creates more problems than it's worth. Come see us, come to a seminar, let us show you how to properly structure your estate. Thank you.